And I'm back. Today, I figured I'd start off, or, well, pick up with, some Bloodborne. It's been a little while since I've played Bloodborne, and figured I might as well get back into it. So let's start a new game, start from the top. Not entirely sure how long I will stream, but I will be streaming for at least a little while.
Is the home of blood ministration.
So, that'll be fun.
You need only unravel its mystery. But there's an outsider like yourself to be.
Hey, hello. How's it been? How you doing?
Easy, with a bit of yarn and blood of your own. But first, you'll need a contract.
Typically, I would end up skipping past this, but since it's been a while, might as well watch the cutscenes. And let's keep it simple with the name. Mainly because I'm not too creative when it comes to names for characters. I've already got an idea of what I want to do. I'm doing fairly good. Finally doing some more Bloodborne and finally streaming again, so what's not to love about that? It'll do.
Registering data with Bloodborne servers.
Well, thank you for the like. Thank you kindly.
Good. All signed and sealed. Now, let's begin the transfusion. Oh, don't you worry. Whatever happens, you may think it all a mere bad dream.
A bad dream indeed. Yes. And I shouldn't have to get up for anything, so I'll be able to just play the entire time. I've got a small pack of crackers, a bit of coffee. I'm good to go for as long as I want to stream. Aw, doesn't he look adorable? It's the puppers. He just wants a hug. See, in this case, the dog wants to pet you. But somebody just has to go and interrupt it. The dog just wanted to be nice. He wanted to be friends. And somebody went and set him on fire. Looks like I'll never have a lycanthrope as my pet. I'll never have a pet like that. Instead, I've got these creepy little bastards. Stranger danger!
Ah, you found yourself a hunter.
Isophagus Clinic. Or as me and a couple of friends refer to it, is Isophaga. Isophagus Clinic. That really has no point, just a slight bit of dialogue. Move faster. Want to go. For new players, you hold circle down to run. And you use R1 and R2 to attack. There's our first instance of an enemy. You click down on the right analog stick to lock on. Let's go say hi. Ow. Bastard. You son of a biscuit! How dare you attack me? No. Bad. Bad dog. You also use circle to dodge. I will attempt to kill this thing, but ultimately, you're supposed to die to this guy. You don't really get as much out of this game from beating the enemy as you do in Demon Souls. Because in Demon Souls, you actually ended up getting access to a lot of late-game materials that would be extremely useful for beating the enemy that you're typically supposed to die to. That's been a fairly reoccurring thing between those two games. It's always just you end up dying to the first main enemy that you actually come across. And it is possible to kill him. In fact, it's entirely possible to just run past this guy and... Ow. Gosh darn it. Thankfully he's not at full health, otherwise this would take even longer. All it takes is one screw up in this game, and you're as good as dead. Oh, if I could get a visceral off, that'd be awesome. Mind you, I'm beating this thing to death with my bare hands, so... There we go, I win. I win at Bloodborne. Yay, blood vials. The only healing, well, not the only healing item, but the most common healing item you will ever get in this game. A very big necessity, if I might add. Quick set of the bullets. Another necessity if you like to parry. You can get off major amounts of damage on an enemy. Or if you make certain builds, you can actually do a ton of damage with Quicksilver bullets, but that's all in the details. The much further details. This guy I'm not going to try to fight, because it would just take way too long, and I'm right at the point where I would need to be. Ow. Douche! Douche! The mighty douche! Ah! No! Haha! Invincibility frames! Haha! Ha ha ha! Now come over here. Debating whether or not I should use a blood vial. Nope! Bye, buddy. Hear that scream? That's the first boss! Oh, is he gonna come? He's coming. Oh no, he's coming. Is he gonna get? Oh, sucks to be you, buddy. You didn't get me. Oh, so bad. He's so bad at the game. If anything, I'm probably just gonna go for a very simple build, something that'll work for new players. And I'm not a master at this game like countless other people are, but I can get from point A to point B with the occasional bits of help from time to time. Because, I mean, if you have online access with this game, then you should more than likely take advantage of the help. So, this is where it always ends up being a bit of a toss-up. If you want, well, if you want speed and a bit of range with speed, Threaded Cane is your weapon, and if you're going for a skill build, Threaded Cane is your weapon. If you're going for a strength build with heavy hitting damage and, well, arcing attacks and some range, Hunter's Axe. If you're just going for a standard all-around build, Saw Cleaver's going to be your friend. And all-around builds are the most friendly to a new player, so I will be going with that. And then you get access to your first firearm. Mind you, all these weapons that you end up seeing now, you'll actually have access to not too far from now. You'll have access to all of them. You won't have to be stuck with picking. Now, if I was going for a Blood Tinge build, which affects your guns, then I would be going with the hunter pistol, but I'm just gonna go with the blunderbuss because I'm not gonna try to do damage or anything like that. This is just for making messages. That's it. There we go. We got our weapons. Haha!
Yes.
I'm informative. This is Gehrman.
Welcome to the Hunter's Dream. This will be your home for now. I am Gehrman, friend to you hunters. You're sure to be in a fine haze about now, but don't think too hard about all of this. Just go out and kill a few beasts.
I want his
for your
cane.
own good. You know, it's just what hunters do. You'll get used to it.
Old man, I want your cane. Give it to me! He doesn't die. Now, fortifying is going to be a big part to upgrading your gear. You'll notice right at the top right-hand corner of the screen, you'll see Bloodstone Shard. That's your upgrade material. We don't have any. But, we will soon enough. And they will be important. Unless you're trying to challenge yourself, which I am not going to be trying to do anytime soon. At least not right now. And just go through the entire game with unupgraded weapons. I've seen people do it. Hell, I've seen people go barehanded the entire time, which is a nightmare. And really drags out the game to an extent that is unnecessary. So now, we're gonna go and get some revenge on that guy who hit me with his axe and torch a couple of moments ago. We're gonna get some revenge. I'm sure you've noticed how slow it takes to kill something with your bare hands. With a weapon, obviously that's different. If we would have died to that wolf, or that lycanthrope, whatever you want to call it, he would have been right here still. And this is basically the spot where you just come back and, haha, I've got a weapon now, die! I decided to start at this lamp just so I could pick up some leftover stuff that I didn't grab. There's a lot of running around in this game, and the whole world's connected. Look at that damage. Instead of taking half an hour, or actually no, probably longer than that, 3.5 hours just to kill that guy with the bare hands, 3 hits is all it takes. It's amazing. Haha. Haha. Molotovs. Beautiful. Now, what I end up typically doing whenever I'm playing this game or any of the Dark Souls games is I'll just sit and farm for a while, get materials, get souls and echoes to level up. But since I'm streaming, I'm going to refrain from doing that much and try to mainly leave it up to what I manage to find and what I end up getting from enemies that I end up killing on when I'm just running through. Of course, if I end up dying to enemies, then they'll respawn, so I can end up killing them again and try for better luck. Now, every weapon has a trick form. Ow. The Saw Cleaver, well, in its standard form, faster attacks, trick form, longer reach, but slower attacks. Consequently, a bit stronger hitting, too. And over to the left, you'll see our first friend that we typically don't want to try to fight early on. I'm gonna be an idiot and do so. Hey, buddy. See if I can get a parry off. Nope. Yeah. Ow. actually thoroughly amazed that I survived that. Ah, fuck, I missed. I had him open for a riposte, but duh. And there it goes. First death. And now that I've died, the currency that I have, being my blood echoes, has been dropped. I have but one chance to retrieve them, and if I die again, all those blood echoes are gone. That's one of the big things that makes this a rage game. The currency that you work so hard to get, going out the window, and gone forever. On one hand, I'm hoping we end up not seeing what one of the mechanics of this game is, but at the same time, I kind of hope we do. That way, you get a better understanding of how this game can be even more of a rage game. You can go away. Wait, do you drop anything? No. Yay, lucky us. We do get to see this mechanic. Well, I didn't have a whole lot of soul echoes, so it's not too bad. It's hard to see, but his eyes are glowing a bit. Yeah, they're glowing a purple now. That's because he picked up my echoes. Ah, oh crap. Well, I think I'm... Nope, I am not dead. I have to be careful when getting too far away. Otherwise, he can very easily jump and hit me. Ah, that's the attack that I was surprised and survived earlier. And that's the attack that normally gets me. You'll notice that green bar, that's your stamina. Run out of stamina when you're attacking, you're in for a bad time, because you can't attack, you can't run, you can't dodge. You're fucked. Tons of fun. Actually, no, let's go up here so we don't have to worry about this guy coming back. And we'll be getting to the spot where most new players get royally screwed over. Big time. Hey, you see all those people? They're in the way of where we need to go. I'd like to say, since I'm an experienced player, I know what I'm doing, but in all honesty, this game has a tendency of putting cocky players back in their place. Oh, I wouldn't be surprised if we got invaded at some point, and that's a fun mechanic. And there's our first Bloodstone Shard. Like I said, very, very, very important. The reason I'm attacking even after the enemy's dead is when my health goes down, you'll notice that part of it is orange. If you keep attacking an enemy after they've attacked you, and you can end up getting health back. This is the only game of FromSoft's that's like this, making you actually have to be more aggressive. So it's not that I've got a personal vendetta against whatever enemy was attacking me at that point, because I have a personal vendetta against all the enemies, because everything has killed me once or twice, or more. Dude. Could have went better in a couple of places. I can't even grab that item. I always try to grab that item, but I can't. Not from this side. Alright, there's some guys over there. Let's take care of them. Forgot to check over here. Because there is more Molotovs. Yay! A very, very useful thing in a couple of fights. Big splash damage of fire, what's not to love? In fact, let's go ahead, well, no, let's just use a pebble. Hey, nope, seriously? Maybe it's a good thing I missed. Wait for these guys to aggro. There you go. Hey, buddy. How you doing? You're dead. That's how you're doing. Your turn. Nope. What do you think you're doing? There's no way you could have hit me from there. Gotta love the AIs. Oh shit. That gunner up there really wants me dead. And this guy's gonna keep blocking. Come on. Come on, buddy. You can move faster than that. I could move faster than that when blocking. You're already dead. And now it's time for the gunners. Grab that. Yeah, dead. Bad dog. Damn it, get the body down here. I want the item. Nice try. You missed, and you failed. Come on, get down here. Get down here. There you go. Ragdoll physics, so much fun. More blood vials, always good. And now to continue on. We've cleared out all the enemies over here, and got all the items. Now comes the much more fun parts. Bloodstone shard, just need one more and I can finally get an upgrade on my weapon. Which is gonna be very good. Bruise. Ow. Bastard! Fuck you! Didn't hurt that much, but still. Fucking. Really, the only thing these things drop, pebbles. They drop nothing but pebbles. Make fatties. I'm gonna take a drink of coffee real quick. Drink it while it's so warm. Hey, buddy. This guy I know I can get a visceral on. Come on. There you go. Reach right into his gut. Deal massive amounts of damage. Now you definitely don't have to go for viscerals, but they're pretty good. Of course, you do have to be fairly well timed with your shots, otherwise, like the first big guy that we came across, didn't really go well for me. And you also have to be fairly confident in your hit, otherwise you'll end up dodging out of the way whenever you get a visceral, and then it just sucks. Hey, puppers. Dead puppers. There's the gunner. More quicksilver bullets, always good. Ow! Fucking stop it! Just fucking die! Sheesh. Maybe waste a blood vial. Of course, I got 6 more, but still, it's one less blood vial I have in my inventory, you bastard. And here should be a bloodstone shard. Yep. Now, here's a bit of a toss-up of whether or not I want to go that way or go the other way. Question is, do I go that way, get a shortcut, and ultimately make my trek all the way through this area a lot less painful to get to the next areas, or do I be an idiot and go over here and get more materials that will better benefit me down the line? And I can do them in either order, but of course I do have to run through those two and pass a couple of enemies just to get a shortcut open. Yep, we're doing that. Shortcuts, always important. Bye. Later. See ya. There's a lot of things you can just literally run right past. Bye. Who are you calling a cursed beast? Yeah, you're calling me a cursed beast, but look at your face! You're a beast waiting to happen! Oh, you calling a cursed beast, you bastard. And since we have 3, well, we have 4, but since we have enough bloodstone shards to upgrade, definitely a good idea to go back and upgrade as quickly as possible, because the more I upgrade my weapon, the more damage I'll be doing, and the less time I'll spend trying to kill one particular enemy. Don't worry, she'll come into play soon enough. Yay! Now I'm doing much more damage. And I should also make sure I repair. Never mind, nothing needs repaired. Yeah, if you don't repair your weapons from time to time, they'll break, doing pretty much no damage to enemies. Doesn't matter the upgrade. Doesn't matter if you have it maxed out to where you're doing around 500 damage. If your weapon breaks, you're not going to do any damage. You're going to do like maybe 2 or 3 damage. Maybe just 1. That's how bad it will get. Now, I could go right after the first boss of the area right now, but I'm gonna go around and make sure I get some extra materials, get some other items, as well as get access to the level up mechanic. Because leveling up is also extremely important. Being able to level up your stats so that you do more damage with your particular weapon, and the weapon scaling, I'll get into that in a bit, or I'll get into the like what stats you'll want to use for particular weapons in a bit. That I can show you fairly easily. Also, get rid of those pebbles. I don't need those anymore. Now I'm already doing more damage, but typically for me, I like to have my weapon upgraded to where I'm pretty much two-shotting those guys. So I'll pretty much always end up farming those giant wolves, or lycanthropes, depending on what you want to call them. I'll always end up farming them for the rest of the materials. Of course, I can actually get all the materials that I need now by picking them up in select areas, which I do know where they are. God knows I should, because I've played through this game, I don't even know how many times. I've got 6 characters right now, and I've had more in the past that I've deleted. So I've played through a good deal of this game. enough to make a number of different builds. My favorite build type definitely being the skill blood tinge or pure skill build, because the weapons that I have access to with those builds are so much fun for me. But yeah, I'll end up farming these guys, which I am going to kill them, and hopefully they don't glitch out again like they normally do. Because something that's nice is they can't fit through that doorway. Then you just get a weapon that has some range to it, and slowly whittle their health down. Another good reason to upgrade your weapon. No dear. Ow. Yeah, that was a bad idea. Typically the weapon I would end up using for this would be the threaded cane, and that guy did drop an item, so I hope that the other lycanthrope doesn't glitch him into the floor like he always likes to do, and then I end up losing out on that item forever. Oh dear. No. God, stop doing that attack! Stop it. There you go. Come on, push the body further. But, oh, oh. Just do a little spasm every time. Right. Oh, come on! I knew one of them was gonna fall through the world. God, I didn't even get a bloodstone shard out of that. Fuck. Yeah, there are a couple of paths that I can actually go. This one leading sort of towards the other one. And I definitely do want to go through all the paths to get access to all the items and gear that I can get access to. So I should be at, yeah, 2. 3 more and I'll be able to upgrade again. 2 more. Like I said, I've played through this game enough times, I know where literally everything is. Or just about everything. I know majority of weaknesses of different bosses. When in doubt, R1 spam. These guys also have a tendency to drop blood shards, which is very nice. After you get to +3 with a weapon, the material type that you need changes. And then you'll need twin bloodstone shards, upgrade to +6, you'll need bloodstone chunks, upgrade to +9, and you'll need the extremely rare blood rock, which you can find in a couple of areas. Well, you can find one in the main game, and you can find another in the DLC, which I do have, and I would very much like to play through it again. Awesome, he died from the fall. Sweet. But from Chalice Dungeons, which is another little expansion to the main game, which you tend to find a lot of really useful things in the Chalice Dungeons, but they are extremely time-consuming. Oh crap. Give me the item. There we go. And giant rats. That was a plunge attack. I was hoping for a bloodstone shard, but I'll take it. Throwing knives, always useful. Especially if you're a skill build, because then you can actually have those do some decent damage. Yeah, pebbles and throwing knives are really useful for trying to aggro enemies instead of trying to take them all on at once. That way you can go after one enemy at a time. And that is still something I pretty much always end up doing, because better safe than sorry. here. Shit. Bummer. Hey, buddy. The standard version of these guys, not bad. The guys with the long poles, they suck. They've got a whole combo that they can do that will just absolutely destroy your health. That attack right there. They launch you into the air, you land on the ground, and then you just they end up impaling you afterwards. Which is really annoying. Oh, come here. Okay. I was afraid he was going to fall into the world. And here's our first armor set. Even though I don't really class it as armor, because in this game, armor really doesn't do that much. It's mostly for fashion. No, shit. Well, that could have been bad. You gotta be careful when misclicking. Otherwise you could, almost kill yourself, like I almost did right there. Go for vertical attacks. Hit them much more often. They do a bit less damage, though. Dead bodies should stay dead. Didn't you get the memo? You're dead. Stay that way. I'm gonna grab this item. The rest of them are gonna... Oh. You're already awake. Dead bodies stay dead. Sheesh. That all of them? Okay, good. Oh, fuck. I went away. I didn't really want to go. Now that I'm thinking things out, I probably should have went this way at the start. Actually, no, I could wrap around and be perfectly fine. Yeah, I'm gonna do that. Go up here. And going up this way will actually give me access to the first item that will actually give you access to the level up mechanic, which, again, extremely important. Madman's Knowledge. Now, you see those two things at the top right-hand corner of the screen? The one on the top, that's your blood echoes, your currency, the thing you use to upgrade your gear, to buy upgrades for your gear, to buy items from the shop, and to level up. And then the little eye symbol right below that, that's your insight. You need that to do anything online. If you want to get somebody into your world to help you, you need at least one insight to be able to ring a bell, which after... Actually, I'm going to use this. Using these items, there's Madman's Knowledge that gives you one insight, and there's Madman's Wisdoms that give you... Is that 2 or 3? I think it's 2. But use that, gives me an insight, and then when we go back to the Hunter stream, we'll get a little surprise. Sneak up. There we go. Charge attacks. Charge R2 puts enemies into a visceral if you are behind them, and lets you get a visceral off. Pretty much always just decimating their health. And here's another shortcut.
I don't know your voice, but I know that smell. Are you a hunter? I smell it from my mum. She never came back from the hunt, and she went to find him, but now she's gone too. I'm all alone and scared. Really? Oh, thank you. Oh, I mustn't forget. If you find my mum, Give her this music box.
No problem, little girl.
It plays one of Daddy's favourite songs. And when Daddy forgets us, we play it for him so he remembers. Mum's so silly running off without it.
I'll tell you this now, there's a lot of fairly sad things to this game. I figured. You're like one of my most dedicated subscribers. Anytime I stream, you're always here, so. Yeah. Actually. Yeah. The tiny music box. Yeah, but like I said, this game has quite a few fairly sad stories to it. I went ahead and turned up the game volume. I don't know if you guys can hear it better, but I know I can definitely hear it a lot better. Since I don't have anybody in party chat with me, I can just do that and not have to worry about not being able to hear them. I played it once. If you got PS4, then it's free right now, so you can get the game for free if you have PlayStation Plus, which I would definitely suggest you do, because it is a good game. Out of all the From Software Dark Souls-esque games, though, I definitely would have to say my favorite would be Dark Souls 2. That one is a personal favorite of mine, and I love it to death. Oh yeah, if you've got PS Plus, go and get yourself Bloodborne since it's free. Yeah, pretty sure I do. Do I? There's a lot of things I don't remember.
You're a hunter, aren't you? Then,
yes, this lady.
do you know of any safe places? I've heard I have. Shutting up indoors isn't always enough.
This
If
lady's
you hadn't
nice.
have got off your asses, you wouldn't be in this mess.
There it is.
You're obligated to help me, you hear? So what'll it be? Are you going to tell me you're not?
And since I don't have a place for her to go at the moment,
Yeah, I should have known. You're good for nothing. No respect for the elderly is what that is. Yeah. That little good you outsiders do. Go on, admit it. You think we're all mad, don't you? Well, go and stop it. I know all your tricks.
yeah, I'm an outsider, having no real connection to this area. You're a local, and I'm putting myself in harm's way to kill these beasts and basically protect all of you, and you have the audacity to be that rude to me. The sad thing is, I'm actually going to tell her of an area to go to, so she'll be safe. Even though I shouldn't, I will.
Fat lot you are.
Bitchy, 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 bitch. Anytime I have to cheese these guys, I will gladly do so because I hate dealing with these things. That particular variant, I hate them. You can die. Give me blood. Bullets. Quicksilver bullets. Cold blood do. The cold blood stuff is, it's something you can use to get more blood echoes. I will try to go solo on this character as much as possible without getting actual help. So there's a good possibility I'll get to plenty of parts where I'll be getting pissed off and rage. Alright, he's aggroed. Now I'm gonna run back here. Nope. Again, I hate these guys. This is a damned curse. You're dead. Stop talking. Forgot to grab this. More quicksilver bullets. I might actually end up switching over to another character when I get to the point where they're at, mainly because they're my favorite build type, being the skill blood tinge. Well, that'll actually be a fair bit away. I don't know. I'm starting to wish I would have actually started making a skill blood tinge build, because again, that's my favorite build to go with. Damn. There we go. And there's one more. One of these ends up dropping another weapon, and the other drops 2 bloodstone shards. I believe that one is the one that drops the bloodstone shards. That's the one with the weapon. But I'm not dropping down just yet because there is someone I can talk to.
What a mess you've been caught up
Damn it,
in.
I always end up skipping something.
And tonight of all nights. Here, to welcome the new hunter. Prepare yourself for the worst. There are no humans left. They're all flesh-hungry beasts now. Still lingering about. What's wrong? A hunter unnerved by a few beasts. No matter. Without fear in our hearts, we're little different from the beasts themselves.
This is Elaine the Crow. She's an interesting character. She basically, we're a hunter, so we hunt the beasts. She is a hunter of a different variety. She hunts the hunters who have become drunk with blood. Basically, they've turned into beasts themselves, to an extent. We'll actually be encountering one of them soon enough. The first instance of a hunter versus hunter fight. There'll be plenty more of those to come. But she hunts the hunters that basically want to hunt everybody else, instead of just the beasts. A lot of people will try to kill her, and I've done it myself a couple of times, mainly because to get access to a weapon that is fairly nice for a skill build early on, because her weapon is called the Blades of Mercy, and it's a short sword that turns into 2 short swords that has a fairly fast moveset, and it's a good weapon. Definitely a personal favorite of mine. But since I am not going to be doing that, I will not be trying to kill her. Actually, what are my stats anyway? I could actually try to... I could make this into a bit of a skill blood tinge build if I wanted to, fairly easily. Wouldn't be too hard. Eh, fuck it. I'll do that. I've already put an upgrade into Saw Cleaver, so I'm gonna continue to use that until I end up getting the weapons that I want. I don't know, do you have work, Aldo? I didn't have work today. Today and tomorrow I'm off, so... Well, tomorrow I might be able to stream. I don't know, I have family stuff. So there's a possibility I might be able to stream tomorrow, but at the same time there's a possibility I won't. And you motherfucker! Stab it! Now what are you talking about? 15's a decent age to work. Mow lawns. Stuff like that. Yep, saw spear. Kill the rats, die, die, die! Nah. That item right there is definitely something I want to get. But yeah, the saw spear is different than the saw cleaver. It looks a bit longer, and it's got a different moveset. Definitely a moveset I'd prefer more than the saw cleaver. Not to mention stab attacks, which are good for closing closing the distance. So I might actually end up upgrading the saw spear a bit. Oop, that's not what I wanted to do. Let's see what the damage is. +1, this thing is doing 109. It's doing 94. It's not too bad. Oh yeah, I forgot to even mention the stats and scaling with weapons. Completely forgotten about that. Where do I even start with that? Actually, I will get to that once I get these materials and run through this small area and get the next shortcut. I'll end up talking about the scaling after that. Because you definitely want to know what you're trying to do with your particular weapon and your stats, otherwise you're gonna end up making a build that is not friendly with the particular weapon that you're using, that you want to use, and then you're gonna be screwing yourself over because you're not gonna be getting as much damage out of it as you could, which is detrimental to making a build at all. And you fell down there. Congratulations, rat. You failed. Yay, bloodstone shards. Bad rat. But I'll give you a quick look at the stats. At the bottom, where you'll see attribute bonuses and attribute requirements, you'll see the 4 different icons. The first icon is for strength, second is for skill, third is for blood tinge, and fourth is for arcane. Strength builds prioritize heavier, harder hitting weapons. Skill builds prioritize quick, agile weapons. Blood tinge builds favor guns, and there are a few melee weapons that actually have blood tinge scaling, which I will definitely be getting a hold of 2 in particular. Well, 1 in particular, not too far from now. And then arcane is basically magic. And each weapon has their own particular scalings. The saw cleaver has a D in strength, E in skill, and D in arcane. Every weapon has scaling of some sort in arcane. Pretty much all of them are low scaling, but they did that because there aren't very many weapons that scale very well with arcane, or that scale with arcane at all. So they made it that way so that arcane builds have a variety of weapons they can go to, because normally they would end up just using the magics that they have, and those take quicksilver bullets. I'm not giving the best description of things because I'm tripping over my own words, but if you want a better idea of how scaling with weapons works and stats work with Bloodborne and Dark Souls in general, then I would definitely suggest looking up a video. But ultimately, you want to make sure that whatever weapon you're using, take a look at the stats, see what its requirements are, and then upgrade those particular stats to get more damage out of it. That's the main thing you want to do with those. Because the last thing you want to do is upgrade a weapon that has a high scaling in strength and a really low scaling in skill, and then have a build that has high skill and low strength, because then you'll either be doing pretty much no damage with that weapon, or you'll not be able to use that weapon because you don't meet the requirements to use it. So, stat requirements and stats and scaling are important, because this is basically an RPG. Building your stats the way you want them to be. I did not mean to do that. But yeah, if you want to know more about stat scaling with weapons, definitely look that up online. I can't really think off the top of my head of a good video. There are a number of good videos out there that give a very detailed report on that. I just know how to play the game to the end. Not the best, but I know how to get from point A to point B with some resistance and some decent capabilities. So I don't know everything. I know a decent amount, but I don't know everything. Well, then don't make them clickbait. Honestly, I don't really see a point in clickbait. I literally just end up making, I literally just make my videos titles having something to do with what's going on with, me, or what I'm playing. That's about it. I'm not exactly creative with that. That's where I'm gonna need I need people to actually come up with a title for my videos for me, or my streams. Because I am not very creative with that. I'm not good at doing that stuff like Kyle is. You guys are so slow. Hey, Ash. What's going on? I feel it. I feel it. My pebbles. Where's my pebbles? Fuck you, Crow. And fuck you, Crow. Haha. Beaten by a pebble. Well, not entirely, but good amount. Ah, bastard. This is what you get for being a bastard. Why is that? Hell, if anything, for us, for the people who have played Bloodborne extremely for a large amount of time, if anything, they are free game for getting more soul, or well, getting more echoes by either helping them or invading the hell out of them. So, I mean, for us, they're inexperienced, and we get to have fun with them. We get to play with them as much as we want. That, and of course, the ones that are free to play and have never touched a Dark Souls game, and just decide to give it a try from it being free, they are always seeming to be the ones that end up raging the most, because they're not used to it. Which is so great. So much fun. I don't know if I'm sadistic for thinking that, but I'm a Dark Souls player. Pain and suffering is what we deal with. It's only It's only fair we share it with all the new players, right? Ooh, yeah, that's always great. That's always the best. Oh yeah. I don't think so. Hey, Focus, Caden Gaming. Oh yeah, you were the yeah, tripped over my own words again. You're the guy that you were over in Kyle's stream. You were the one donating all that money. Nice to meet you. Yeah, I remember seeing your name on the donations thing, so... Cool. I don't really have a donations thing, so... That and you've only just met me, so I wouldn't expect you to donate. In fact, I honestly could care less if somebody donated. I'm not gonna ask for donations. Besides, I'm way too small of a YouTuber. Way too small. I wouldn't even know how to set that stuff up. I just know how to play the games. That's about it. I can't even make my own... I don't even know how to make an actual, title screen. Or... thumbnail, that's the word. See, I can't even think. I don't even know how to make a thumbnail. Yay. Wait, I didn't grab the item? There we go. Well, thank you. I think I did a little bit. I know me and my friend Kennedy, we ended up running around a bit here and there with playing around with our characters on. I know we ended up messing around with the DLC at some point or another. We didn't do like a full Let's Play, because honestly, when it comes to me and him playing, we literally just run around the entire time and do whatever the hell we want. We don't really plan out anything, we just play with our characters and go from there. Well, thank you for the sub and like. Thank you. Alright, what was I gonna do? Oh yeah, I want to upgrade my weapon again. And also make sure I repair. Always stay on top of repairs. Put an upgrade in that, do more damage. Da 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 da. Ra da da. And now for upgrades. Yay.
Hello,
Level
good
up.
hunter. I am a doll. Here
You're
in
more
this
than welcome
train
to, Aldo.
look after you.
Alright, see you, Ash.
Honorable hunter,
Thanks for stopping by.
pursue the echoes of blood,
Wait, did she
and
just say
I will
echoes
channel
twice?
them into your strength.
Your strength.
You will hunt beasts, and I will be here for you to embolden your sickly spirit.
And here's the girl
Very well.
that will
Let
upgrade
me
me.
stand close.
She is the level up person. Well, I mean, I am kind of back. Sort of. I'm gonna try to be back anyway. Alright, let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I've got 6 levels. Alright. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yeah. Let's go ahead and do that. At some point I need to upgrade Arcane to 15 so I can use a particular item later down the road. A very useful item at that.
Farewell.
Farewell, good hunter. May you find your worth in the waking world. That's literally what she ends up saying. And because I end up picking up that badge where the pig was, I now have access to all the weapons that I was given the option to pick from at the start of the game. I play a little bit here and there. I'm not super great at it. I've never really been too partial with games like that, but Fortnite is definitely an exception, because that one I actually do enjoy. It's definitely a much more fun kind of setup as opposed to Call of Duty multiplayer or Destiny multiplayer. I enjoy a decent deathmatch from time to time, but ultimately Fortnite seems to be pretty fun to me. Of course, I do really love the multiplayer PvP in Dark Souls. That one's always fun to mess around with. Of course, you don't always get a say in the matter if you're playing in online mode. Yeah, the old Yarnum set. My favorite armor set to run around in, because I just like the look of it. Let's see. Oh, should I? I could. But should I? I will. Does a little bit less damage, but scales a lot better with skill, which I'm going to be leveling up a fair amount. Really wishing I would have started off as a setup much more appropriate for a skill build, but oh well. Can always make adjustments. Of course, I can't really change my character, but I can do. Yeah. Anytime I end up starting off as a skill build, I always pick the Threaded Cane. It's simple, but effective. And that's just standard form. Turns into a metal whip. A very nice metal whip that does extra damage to beasts. Because of the serrated whip. It's beautiful. Alright. Let's see. Yeah, Central Yarnum. Alright, I've picked up all the items, so now I just have to go after the bosses. There are 2 in the first area that you'll come across. I will fight both of them. I'll try to solo them. I know I can solo the first one, and I've soloed the second one. But, just depends. Let's see. Oh yeah, never set my Bolt Hunter marks. Beckoning Bell. Actually, no, I always end up having the Beckoning Bell right here. I always have the Silencing Blank right here. I always have another item right here. It's a little lamp that I could have bought from the shop. And then I have the 2 items that I can use right here. One that allows me to join into someone else's world, and the other is to invade. I'm not too worried about how many people are watching. As long as somebody's watching and enjoying it, I'm happy. There we go. Upgraded to +2. I'm now 2-shotting those guys. So I am definitely happy about that. Always kill off these guys. Okay, good, I did it. For some reason I couldn't remember if I grabbed that shortcut, but I did. One-shotting those guys. Awesome. I always get into the habit of trying to 3-shot him, even if I'm able to 2-shot him. And kill off these. Kill off the... There we go. Now they're aggro. Yeah. Come on, you wolfy bastard. Come on. Come on. Come here, buddy. There you go. I got greedy with my hits, and that's what I get. Never get greedy. Get greedy and you die. Every time. Gosh darn it. Yeah, when it comes to Dark Souls and Bloodborne, never get greedy. Never, 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 never get greedy. Or you're guaranteed to die. Man, I want more items. Give me items. Yay. It's especially bad since I got greedy trying to get health back from trying to hit those guys. Well, at least you're the one that actually has my echoes and not the wolves. If it were the wolves, I'd be a little more annoyed. Hey, buddy. One always falls through the world. Every time. Well, at least I got one of them and then gave me 3 blood vials. Sweet. Yeah, fuck it. Take you down to half health and... come on, charge me. Charge at me. It was a wasted shot, but still killed him. Yay, pebbles, my favorite. Ha 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 ha. Gee, I wonder what could possibly happen in this very solemn and barren path. Oh no, it's a boss! Hey, Cleric Beast, long time no see. Love the music in this game. Funny thing is, I actually, when I first started playing this game, I managed to beat this boss and the second boss solo on my first try. That's how lucky I got. As long as I've got enough stamina to dodge, I'm happy. That should be good. And that's game for you. Checkmate! Haha. Easy peasy, lemon squeezy. The next boss is definitely much more challenging. He's much more mobile. He's a much bigger pain in the ass. So he's gonna be fun to fight against. Let's see. Should be a decent setup. Oh, and also, whenever you first enter a boss room, you'll get some insight, and after beating the boss, you get more insight. So literally the best way to get insight is to either farm enemies that will drop Madman's Knowledge or Madman's Wisdoms find them laying around, or to find and kill bosses. Those are the best ways. Somebody wants to play right here. Hey, buddy. Aw. Well, just kind of hoping that I would have gotten that visceral, but oh well. You will be my redemption. Redemption! Damn it! Yay! Those guys always end up dropping a decent amount of blood vials. Either that or they trick you and end up only dropping shiny coins, which are useless. I mean, they're not useless, you can use them to kind of leave a path of where you've been, or use them to trick invaders, because people always seem to fall for shiny coins for some reason. Never fails. Even after so many times, people always fall for the shiny coins. Oh god! No, these enemies or whatever will I do? There we go, jeez. How long was it gonna take? Oh, that was anticlimactic. Wasn't as exciting as it should have been. Bit of a bummer. Bit of a bummer. Ba-ba-ba-ba. Hey there, Mega Fatty. How you doing? I really don't even know what these guys are called, so I always just call them Mega Fatties. That's what everybody calls them. And that is a dead Mega Fatty. Cursed beasts. Yeah, you cursed beasts. Yeah. And if I had the Hunter's Axe, I always end up doing one particular thing with the Hunter's Axe. Get a charge hit, end up hitting that guy in the process because it's a significant win combo. Huh. That's what you get for hitting me. Bad doggy. I can throw thing. Monstrosity! Alright, now for the really fun part. The part where I'm betting I'm probably gonna die. Alright, let's go. Cutscene time.
Beasts all over the shop. You'll be one of them, sooner or later.
Hey, Father Gascoigne. How you doing? First phase, try to get as many prisoners as I can.
Oh, what's that smell? The sweet blood. Oh, it sings to me. It's enough to make a man sick.
Yeah, the weapon he's using is the Hunter's Axe. A very nice weapon to start with if you are, ow. Nice weapon to start with if you're going for a straight build. There we go. Now for... should be about the fun time. bastard! Gascoigne, why are you such a bastard? I can never time that hit. Okay. This is a bad time to heal. Yeah. Ah! Fuck! Yep. Damn it, Gascoigne! Second phase is always so much fun. Ah! I have to run all the way back. Well, yeah. Let's back to Hunter's Dream and choose a different lamp to start at. Go back to Central, and I'll have almost immediate access to where he is. I'll just have to run across that bridge again. I don't even need to deal with those two lycanthropes there on the bridge. Hell, if I wanted to, I could probably run past all that stuff. Probably end up doing that. Here we go. Didn't even get a chance to use my Molotovs. In fact, I could use a tiny music box. Well, nah. I don't want to go that way. Get stupid boxes or stupid suitcases. I did not send the elevator back up. Fuck. And Mega Fatty number 1 is coming after me. Or maybe not. He's just staring at me. I know you want me. That's right, just turn around. Save yourself the trouble of dying again. Light the damn ball! Light it! Much better. You did a good job that time, guys. You did a good job. Killed most of them. Congratulations, you're not entirely useless. What's wrong, Mega Fatty? You don't want a headache? Yep, that's why. Thank you for the replacement Quicksilver bullets. Thank you kindly. Okay, good. My echoes are literally right there. So I can just pick them up right up. Hey, buddy. Hey, buddy boy. How you doing? comes to the attacks that I have trouble actually timing. Like that. Little pro tip, music box, it stuns him. Yep, that thing stuns him. For a short period of time. But it was just enough time for me to be able to get out the last few hits I needed. And I can now equip that stuff, because I don't need it. At least not right now. Go ahead and open this. So, second attempt on Gascoigne, first attempt on Cleric Beast, grab that item. Now, you know how I was saying that there are some sad things about this game? That little girl that was asking for you to find her mother and her father? Father Gascoigne, well, was her father, and that corpse that we just picked up, the red jewel brooch, that was her mother. She went out without the music box, the one thing that helps Father Gascoigne remember who he is and who they are. And he ended up killing her. And there are two paths that you can end up choosing. Actually, shit, I need to go back to Tomb Voden. I need to get the safe area unlocked so that I can actually send people there. But yeah, we have basically two options of what we can do. We can either tell her that we found her father and mother and give her the red jewel brooch and then nothing but sadness from her, or we can send her to the safe area, which she will be safe. Obviously, the best thing to do is, well, actually, they both have some sinister outcomes. Welcome to Cathedral Ward, the central hub for all the people that you can actually interact with to send to.
Oh, you must be a hunter. Very sorry. The incense must have masked your scent.
Oh yeah, everybody's blind, by the way.
I've been waiting for one of your ilk. These hunts have everyone all locked up inside, waiting for it to end. It always does. Always has, you know, since forever. But it won't end nicely. Not this time. Even some folks hiding inside are going bad. The screams of women folk, the stench of blood, the snarls of beasts, none of them's too uncommon now. Yarnum's done for, I tell ya. But if you spot anyone with their wits about 'em, tell 'em about this here Erden Chapel. They'll be safe here. The incense wards off the beasts. Spread the word. Tell 'em to come on over. if you wouldn't mind. I know I shouldn't be asking you, but if you happen upon someone while hunting, tell them about this here Erden Chapel, if they seem worth being told, that is. Oh, and I do sincerely hope they are.
There are a couple of people we can actually end up telling about Odin Chapel, and, well, they'll all be sent here. Well, except for 2 that I can think of. Yeah, I think only 2 of them will not end up being able to show up.
Welcome. Very well.
My desire is to level up. Put that there. And because I never like having to skip through her dialogue every time, I just start to run by. No, I've only got 2. Fuck. Oh, I don't even have any blood gems, do I? Yeah, I don't. Damn. Blood gems are another form of upgrading with this game. You can find blood gems randomly through fighting enemies that you can end up using to basically upgrade your weapons a bit further than what they would actually be able to upgrade from, because they'll all have their own different stat bonuses to them. Some will have increased scaling for certain stats. Some will be damage increase. Some will increase damage to particular enemy types. There's ones that'll add different damage attributes like fire, lightning, arcane. Poison, slow poison and fast poisoning. Slow poisoning takes longer to build up, but lasts longer. Fast poisoning builds up quickly, but goes away quickly.
Oh, well, hello. Splendid. Let me ask you a small kindness. You're soon off to hunt, I presume? Then, if you find any survivors, tell them to seek Yusefka's clinic. Upon my Hippocratic oath, if they are yet human, I will look after them. Perhaps even cure them. This sickness, these beasts, they are not to be feared. This time the night is long. I may be trapped here, but I should do something to help. I'll even offer a reward for your cooperation. Tempted? Well, off you go then.
That's another safe area that you can send NPCs to, but the thing is, not exactly safe for them. In fact, that area is a trap, but it's necessary to get access to that option for a particular character who we'll encounter soon enough. Am I going this way? Pitiful. Maybe I shouldn't go this way. I want to go and talk to that girl. Get her sent to Cathedral Ward, where she will be safe. Out of here. If I could do the kick animation, or do an actual kick with this game, I would very much be kicking enemies off of ledges, but unfortunately I can only do that in Dark Souls. items again. I forgot to grab that one item, but let's see. Trying to think of which way I should go. I can go this way. Bastard. No, I don't need to go that way. Or way? Shit, actually I do. Fuck. Looks like I'm gonna deal with the lycanthropes again. Oh yeah. Keep forgetting. Much better. Come on. Haven't gotten all day. Uh-oh. Ah! Lovely. Super low health. Thank you for that. You giant douche. Using your friend's body to guard you is not going to do anything for you. Hey, I actually got both the items that time instead of one of them falling through the map again. It's really irritating when it does that. Kill off all the enemies in my way, and now I can go talk to the girl.
Hello, Mr. Hunter. Still can't find my mum. Oh,
I'm not gonna do
okay.
it, or-
I can wait. But isn't there something I can do? Maybe Mum and Dad are stuck out there, waiting for me to come and find them. What do you think, Mr. Hunter? Yes,
Golden
okay.
Chalice.
Thank
Golden
you,
Chapel.
Mr. Hunter. I love you almost as much as Mum and Dad. And Granddad. Thank you, Mr. Hunter. I love you almost as much...
Oh, the fuck? Oh yeah, I forgot you actually come up here. Alright, now that that's taken care of, I can actually continue on. Sweet. So, being back here serves no more purpose other than to try to farm for materials, for the standard upgrade material. I run past these guys and just go to this lamp and teleport back. And so I don't forget again, I'm gonna go ahead and actually buy that item that I wanted to get. There we go. Hand lantern. There we go. Now I've got my usual quick bar item set up. And get the usual reward, here I come. there's a boss coming up soon enough that I'm not really looking forward to fighting again. It's my least favorite boss, or one of my least favorite anyway. These guys are just annoying. Ow. God, that was out of range. I don't get stunned by any of my attacks, which is annoying. I'm officially in the next area where enemies are tougher. Whereas earlier I was one-shotting the crows, now I'm two-shotting them. Now I'm gonna jump up there, you go. I will definitely be back to this little spot right here later, after that particular boss that I don't want to deal with. Yeah, to you too. That's what I think about you. Give me my health back. Oh, come on, you didn't even drop anything. I'm disappointed. There's nothing over there. Ah, damn. Fucked something up. I know I did. Douche! Bag! Douche! 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 Double douche! Ow! Bastard! I didn't even get a chance to shoot. That'll come into play at a later point. Not super later, but later. Hey, buddy! Ugh. This guy barely takes any damage. With that last attack. I will not allow you to get a single hit on me. Now give me bloodstone. Yes. Bloodstone! How much do I have? I have 5. I can get at least 1 upgrade. Well, yeah, I can get 1 upgrade on 1 unupgraded weapon. Wait for you to come over here. Good, I didn't aggro the other one. Come on, buddy. Hit me! Ah, no, not that kind of attack. God damn! Fucking mother! Damn it! Ah! Used all the attacks I wasn't prepared for. Ah. Damn. Oh, and I need 20,000 blood echoes. So I need to farm for some blood echoes and use these ones. That's good. Fun. Pizza. Me hungry. Unfortunately, I am gonna have to farm for a bit because I need to get particular item from the shop that I can only get by buying and only having 20,000 blood echoes. That's a pain. I mean, there's a way around, but I can't really remember at the moment. Probably should have waited a little while after before using those Oh god! God. Ah! Damn it! Bastard. Fuck this whole carriage. Always gets in the way. Oh, sweet. Hey, they were on the ground. I'd like to take out the guy to the left, but I need to take out the guy to the right first. Alright, come on. Charge at me. God. Oh, great, and they're both aggroed. Oh, well. This one's aggroed, that one apparently just wants to watch. You're more than welcome to watch me just decimate your friend. A little more than halfway there with blood echoes. Now, if I can just get this visceral without the crows getting in the way. There we go. Shiny coins! Useless to me! Ow! Stop it! Stop it! Crows in this game are just annoying. I don't think I've ever died to them once unless they had the help of another enemy. But ultimately, they are just super annoying. How much bloodstone do I have? I got 9. Sweet. I have to kill that guy, but there is another little thing right above my character's head. You can't really make it out all that well, but behind the grate, that fencing, there is a little creature that I need to kill because he drops materials. Yes, I got it. I just need to kill you. It's easier said than done because you're the most annoying variant of your group. That's why you're annoying, is because you got that giant ball and chain. You've got large, arcing attacks that sometimes are annoying to dodge. But lucky for me, you didn't get a single hit off. Ha ha. Check and mate. Yeah, I've definitely got enough to get one weapon to +3. And it probably won't, well, it might be my, I don't know. I'll have to figure things out as I go. Of course, I could always actually go after that saw spear. Or not saw spear, but the rifle spear. Yeah, that's the name. The rifle spear. The first skill blood-tinged weapon that I will actually come across in the game. Which will be extremely useful at times. It's got some... it's got a good moveset to it. And it's also got good range. In fact, it's even got a rushing attack, which is beautiful to have. But the reason I need 20,000 blood echoes to get an item is so that I can get past this gate as early as possible. There is another path I can take that will take me to the area that I'm actually going to deal with next, but I'd like to get a particular item from the other side of that gate before even trying to get past there, because it will make some things a bit easier to deal with. So, yay to that. I don't have any more cold blood. So I literally just have to run around killing things for a little bit. Yeah, I'll head back. I'd like to level up, I really would, but unfortunately, I can't. Because I need those echoes for that item. Oh, it's not 20,000. Oh, thank God, it's not 20,000. For some reason, I was thinking it was 20,000. Thank God it's not. Thank you, Lord. Thank you. And I do have enough to upgrade a weapon. Question is, do I want to? And if so, which one? Actually, no, I'm gonna hold off until I actually get that one weapon I'm thinking about, the rifle spear. Instead, I will put a gem on there, giving it a little more damage, and also a small passive healing. And go back to Cathedral Ward. I've got that key. Get past that gate, get the item I'm looking for, and have a better time than what I normally would. I'll actually get to do a dialogue with an NPC that I never actually got to do. Which will be actually kind of nice. It will be a pleasant change to things. Take care of you. Debating on whether or not I should kill you, I will. Because you drop more blood shards. So I can always use more. I fucking knew you were gonna do that. Duh. God, I always get greedy. Always end up getting greedy. I guess. Blood vials. No, well, never mind. I'll take it. There we go. Gate is opened. Ah. And now there's two of those guys roaming around. But I'm not going to be taking that path. Not yet. Oh, fucking hell. I'm glad he didn't actually continue his fire spray, otherwise that would have killed me. Oh. Come on. Could have dropped something. Poison throwing knives, that will be extremely useful later. Oh, fine, I'll just attack you. Instead of draw you out. This is the item I was talking about that I needed. It is a armor set, or a set of clothing. Come on. This one's also fairly annoying. Not as annoying as the guy with the pole, though. I'll take these guys over the guys with the poles any day. You can just go away. And before I forget, I'm just gonna go ahead and equip this. There we go. Black church garb. That's what I needed.
Oh, but I take it over the stench of blood and beasts. What is it then? I'm off during hunts, so if that's what you're here for, I'll leave you to your own devices. If that doesn't do it...
Yeah, she's a prostitute.
I'm off during...
But she's one of the people you can send to Cathedral Ward.
I'm off during...
Come on. Won't give me that particular dialogue option.
You! What, an outsider who's come to join the hunt? What a pathetic idea. You what? What, you think I'm a beast? Well, maybe I think you're a beast. And step away from my castle.
Yep, definitely a castle.
Oh, enough. What, you think this is funny? Well, I certainly don't, so be gone with you. I'll have nothing to do with your beast stunts.
They won't give me the dialogue option until later, I guess. Or, well, not guess, but... a bit later they'll give a dialogue option that I can send them to Cathedral Ward. The guy, on the other hand, he won't believe what you tell him, and he'll go to the opposite place, so that's why you end up getting access to Yosefka's clinic, so that you can actually tell him about that, and then he'll go to Cathedral Ward. And then he'll be bitchy about everything. Will you come after here? Will you come up? I mean, oh, now you'll come over here. Now you got a buddy. Yeah, your buddy didn't really do much. It's a waste of time. Come here. Come on. Come on, buddy. Hit me! There you go. Honestly, I'm going a little farther than I really need to right now, but I might as well get a shortcut from over here open. It will make things a bit easier to deal with. Just hoping to get that little bit of health back, but oh well. This. Open that gate up, and then get this one over here. Now, I could summon in somebody to help me, which this is an NPC summon, but for the time being, I'm going to keep the insight that I have. And you can actually use insight as a currency as well for a specialized shop that I actually went to a little bit ago to get 2 bells, and at a later point, they'll actually sell some pretty useful stuff. I just always end up getting those. And this is something I can actually make my little messengers. When I put down a message, those little guys from the beginning that climbed all over you, they'll just hold your message for you, and you can dress them up. It's a fun little thing to do. Bastard. And full circle. Now I can go on to a place that I'm not entirely looking forward to. You'll see why soon enough. Unless you've already played through this game, then in that case, I'm sure you can understand why. Lucky for for me, the dog ran into the fire and killed itself. Burned itself alive. Which works for me because those dogs in this game are so annoying. They're worse than the crows. Mainly because they move so fast. And they will stun lock you at times, especially if there's more than one of them. Which there will be more than one of them right here. Yay! My favorite! A multitude of enemies that are annoying! Yay! Of course, if I kill this one, I'll quickly enough. There we go. To the other one. There he is. There's the puppers. Hey there, puppers. And the puppers is dead. Evil puppers. Evil. Quicksilver bullets. They always drop something, and it's always quicksilver bullets, which I will not be disappointed with. And here's an NPC who is a very nice guy, who can prove to be very helpful.
That's precisely how I started out. Oh, beg pardon. You may call me Alfred, protege of Master Ligarius, hunter of vile bloods. So,
We'll learn about him more.
What say you? Our prey might differ, but we are hunters, the both of us. Why not cooperate and discuss the things we've learned? Oh, very good. Very good indeed. Take this to celebrate our acquaintance.
That's gonna come in handy quite a bit.
Beast hunting is a sacred practice. May the good blood guide your way.
Now, I could talk to him more for all the dialogue that he'll give, but honestly, it doesn't really matter to me that much. I kind of just want to play the game. And he's giving me all the items I can get from him right now. Now that lever that I pulled opened up this, because it just pulled back this coffin, which was over top of there, and that path leads to where I'm going. Lovely place, known as Old Yarnum. My favorite. Might as well put this on right now, because the area that I'm going to go into is a bit dark. Small little area. And tempering blood gem. Useful. And now I don't have any sort of path or anything to block this guy's path. But he dies easily enough. Where are those antidotes? There they are. Those will also be extremely useful. And you'll see why. Pungent blood cocktails. Fairly useful. This town is long abandoned. Hunters not wanted here. Well, fuck your warning. I don't care.
You there! Hunter! Didn't you see the warning? Turn back at once.
I need to go this way.
Old Yarnum, burned and abandoned by men, is now home only to beasts. They are of no harm. Turn back, or the hunter will face the hunt.
There. Now that he's done talking, I can actually pick up items. I didn't want to skip his dialogue, because I haven't heard it in a while, and pressing X skips dialogue as well as picks up items and interacts, so basically him talking wouldn't let me pick anything up. These guys can drop blood gems at times. And now I have a better torch, something that's actually useful. it could actually be used as a weapon. Better damage, and it actually has scaling. So, not to mention, these guys don't really like, well, these guys aren't the best example, because they don't really carry as much, but some of the enemies in this area don't like fire, so they'll kind of, they'll cower in fear of you whenever you have a torch out, which is very useful. Especially if you want to not get swarmed by them right away. That way you have a bit of a fighting chance. And now climb the really long ladder. And I can jump. Yay, burn me. Hello, Linux. Welcome. I had to think for a second of how to pronounce the name, and honestly, I'm not sure if I did it right. He's cowering in fear. Burn! 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 Not super practical to use, but... Anybody want to drop me items? No? Fine, be that way. I will take out my frustration of you not dropping items for me. Out on, well, all of you. What some charge do I have now? 25. Yeah, I could definitely do some upgrades now. Definitely do some upgrading. Which would not be a bad idea. Yay! Blood gems. Need a triangle blood gem though. That is what I need.
You are a skilled hunter, adept, merciless, half cut with blood, as the best hunters are.
Ow. I need to be careful because if I get too close, that guy will start shooting at me. And he's got a Gatling gun! So much fun! I could take that path. Yeah, I'm gonna take this path. It'll leave me a little open
I
for
must
fire.
stop you.
Yeah, and there it is. After that dialogue, he starts shooting. Ow! Bastard! Actually got a bullet through. Lucky bastard. I particularly have to be careful in this little spot because he can shoot all those urns and they will explode. Which is why I'm not going to go that way. I need to go this way. Because of an item. Bloodstone! Haha! Charge at me. But cowering in fear works too. Wait for his barrage to end. And jump down. And run. Because I don't want to deal with that guy right now. Yeah. Nope. Be gone with you. You in a minute. Since I'm wearing this garb, I should be fine to actually talk to this guy. And if not, well, I'm probably going to be getting into a fight here. And I don't have my gun equipped, so... And I'm getting into a fight. Fuck! I wanted to talk to you, you bastard! Ah, and I messed that up. Bye! I love it when he does that. Well, looks like I don't get to talk to him, unfortunately. was kind of wanting to talk to him, get some dialogue out of him, because then he would have just given me this. Oh well. Oh, I thought the hunter was down there. Oh, those are just specters. There's the hunter! And this guy will heal, which is always fun. Come on, buddy. Yeah, I can do that too. Ah! Damn it! Ow! Shot me in the face, you douche! I hate having to heal this much. Unfortunately, when he heals, he's gonna heal most of his health. Yeah, I only managed to heal a little bit. And that's him showing that he can spam as well. Ow! Douche! Bastard! And there it goes, healing. And apparently walking into the fire. Through the fire and the flames. Would you stop backpedaling? Ow. Bastard. This is basically what PvP fights are like. Constant backpedaling, healing, a lot of in-between time with people trying to shoot at each other. Oh, I thought he was gonna run forward. There it is. Didn't do much though. There we go. Now give me that bone marrow ash. Bastard! I'm trying to celebrate my victory and you just come up and just try to attack me, you son of a bitch! Ow! Stop your crowing! Stop it! I don't approve! Bad crows. Very bad crows. I was very much looking forward to actually getting to chat with Dura, which is what his name is, but I guess he had other plans. He just wanted me dead. I thought when wearing the black church garb, you were supposed to be able to chat with him, but apparently not. Blood gems. Ow. Oh, I thought you were gonna scream at me. You always do. No, you're not doing the grab. Just an endless supply of beasts.
It's an endless supply of beasts, you son of a bitch! Who do you think you are? I'm trying to grab an item and you just do that? Fuck you. Screw you. You asshole.
There we go. Rifle spear. Just what I've been after. Not doing a whole lot of damage right now, but it is a good weapon. A lot better than I gave it credit for in the past. Don't I look spiffy? I mean, it's a spear, so. Until you put it in this mode. Then you can shoot! You have a decently fast moveset of swipes. Which is actually really good. Bastard. Alright, decisions of what I should do. And for now, I'll just continue checking out this area. Get all the items, kill all the things. That bar up at the top was a poison meter. These guys love to poison, at least once they're close. Yeah, well, how you doing in Fortnite? How you doing in there? Cool. Yeah, who knows, maybe you could drag me to victory one day. Considering how bad I am. You'll basically be playing with a crutch. Grab the antidotes and warm blood gem. Or blood tinge gem. The warm blood gem so much later. I'll be looking forward to it. Alright, where's the other guy? There you are. Alright, that's all of the items in this spot taken care of. That's all that taken care of. So now, I get to continue on. Yay. That ominous sound in the background. Yay. My favorite. Ominous sounds of death. Although I do have 17,000 blood echoes, I should probably go back and use those to level up. I killed off all the main guys here. I killed the hunters so they won't respawn, so I can just teleport back. What time is it? Yeah, it's not too bad. Ow. Bad stretch. And with all the bloodstone shards I have, I can go ahead and upgrade the threaded cane to +3 and the rifle spear to +3. So let's put that one there and put that there.
Well, what is it?
Oh, wait,
Farewell.
I want to upgrade my stuff before I level up, that way I know I have enough echoes left over. Aw. Damn. 4 off. Bummer. Let's take that off. Actually, you know what? Make sure I've got the best blood gems on this one. There we go. 121 with the thread cane at +3, and 123 with rifle spear +2. Awesome. No, I already did that. Never mind. And there's Gascoigne's armor and Dura's armor. I could buy Dura's armor if I wanted to. I could always buy Gascoigne's armor if I wanted to. I only have one insight left, though. I'll hold off. There you are.
Welcome. What? Very well.
Let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4. 4 levels. 1, 2, 3, and we'll do that. Actually, definitely gonna need some more stamina. Actually, you know what? I'm gonna use those cold bloods that I have. Try to get a little more levels, get a couple more levels out of it if I can. Typically end up saving these things for when I really need them. But that normally involves me farming for a couple hours, if even that. 20 to 30 minutes farming.
Welcome. What? Very well.
Yeah, I'll do that.
Farewell.
But with that, I think I'm actually gonna call it here, because there's some stuff I need to take care of myself. So, if you enjoyed, hit that subscribe button, turn on bell notifications, and don't forget to leave a like. Be much appreciated. So, I will catch you in the next stream, which should be much sooner. So, I will see you guys later. Yes, I know, Aldo. I'll try to stream sometime tomorrow. If not, maybe a little while later today. Alright. See ya!